Sometimes in the gaming industry, titles that you love just sometimes disappear off the face of the earth and don't get a sequel because of changes behind the development team. The most notable being Metal Gear, which hasn't had any more games in the series directed by Hideo Kojima after his falling out with the publisher Konami. But today we're taking a look at a new game called Judas from the creator of Bioshock, Ken Levine. There hasn't been a new game for around 10 years, and after he decided to downsize his team from a mega AAA studio that developed the Bioshock games into something smaller with his new studio Ghost Story. This was done for personal reasons and to be more creatively fluid, but Judas is looking very similar to Bioshock, so we can see a lot of you being excited for this one. So for this video, we're going to go through all of the details on what you can expect from this upcoming title. Before we jump into it though, it would be great to know if you guys have played a Bioshock game before and what you liked about them. Personally speaking, I really enjoyed the original Bioshock 1. It had more of a horror aspect to it, which I really did enjoy at the time and has stuck with me through all these years. You can support this video by clicking like down below and subscribing so you don't miss out on these gaming news updates from us here on the channel. To go back to Judas though, now that Ken Levine is back, what exactly is he aiming to do with this new title? It's going to be a narrative-focused FPS game. It's also being developed for PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X, with no mention of the old-gen consoles at the moment, or when the game will release itself, so it could still be a long ways out before you'll get your Bioshock fix. We can see from the trailer that the game will share a lot of similarity with Bioshock, with its distinctive vibe and crazy abilities. This time though, rather than being set underwater like the first Bioshock game, or instead on a floating city like in Bioshock Infinite, this game will take place on a starship with a bunch of quirky and vibrant characters. The official description of the game doesn't give much away, but we do know that we will be playing a character that's named Judas, as is the title of the game. Here's what the official description says: a disintegrated starship, a desperate escape plan. You are the mysterious and troubled Judas. Your only hope for survival is to make or break alliances with your worst enemies. Will you work together to fix what broke, or will you leave it to burn? Judas is a narrative FPS developed by Ghost Story Games, a studio led by Ken Levine, director of System Shock 2, Bioshock, and Bioshock Infinite. Gameplay details are light for the game at the moment, but we can dive into the trailer for some clues on how the game will play, as it does tell us quite a lot. For the gameplay, it looks like it will follow similar tracks to that of Bioshock, where the player can wield both an ability in one hand and a traditional gun or weapon in the other. We actually get to see Judas obtain a new fire ability within the trailer, and the process does look like it's the same as acquiring plasmids from the Bioshock games. It will definitely be interesting to see where this type of game actually goes and how crazy it can get when it's set in space. It's definitely one of my favorite settings, so I'm really excited for this. Although we don't have a release date for the game just yet, back in 2020 it was reported that the next game from Ken Levine was in later stages of production, so while the game doesn't have its official release date at the moment, there's a good chance that it could be coming sooner rather than later. Alongside this new title Judas, we do know that an actual Bioshock game has been in development since 2019 at Cloud Chamber under 2K Games. Not much is known about it at the moment, but it is being developed by Bioshock veterans, so it's going to be interesting to see how all of this pans out. But for now, if you are a Bioshock fan, then you have two potentially awesome games to look forward to on the horizon. There are two more videos on the screen now that we think you'll really enjoy if you did enjoy this one. Of course, you don't have to, but if you did find this video good, then you're probably going to like these ones too. And then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.